Shame TV East Watch your host, Derek Jones. Just to let you know where you are.
Shame, shame, shame.
Tonight we're talking about Umar Johnson. Umar, just let us see the paperwork, man. It'll only take a second. Um, while everyone's having all these long, drawn out conversations about Umar Johnson's degree, about what his school is supposed to be about, the curriculum, the lack of business plans, all these things are questions that have not been answered. And while Umar does a wonderful job of giving a detailed account of the black struggle when he's on certain shows like CNN, he doesn't coon out or anything like that. But at the same time, all these unanswered questions in these so-called conscious communities, they've raised questions that people need answers to. That's all there is to it. So
Shame, shame,
let's get into it, guys.
shame.
And I would like to kick off this video by saying if you're offended by things such as facts, accountability, or constructive criticism, go ahead and cut the video off. There's no need to proceed beyond this point because you're going to be offended. Now, for those of you who want to stick around, I'm going to jump straight into it. So this morning, I posted on Facebook. This is December 2nd, Tuesday, December 2nd, 2015. I posted on Facebook inquiring about Dr. Umar Johnson's Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. Now, for those of you who are unaware, Dr. Umar Johnson, aka the Prince of Pan-Africanism, is currently raising $4 million for this academy. Now,
Note, this is 2015, the beginning of 16, that these questions have been raised, and there's still no answers.
What makes this academy unique, in his opinion, is that it has a curriculum that is Afrocentric centered, and then also the students will actually live on campus. So it's almost like a boarding school with an Afrocentric curriculum. So he came out the gate initially asking for $2 million. And so I checked his page this morning,
Shame.
and it has since increased to $4 million.
Shame.
Now here's where it gets a little interesting. He asked for the initial $2 million without a business plan, without any track record of having run
Shame.
institution,
Shame.
A
Shame.
multi-million-dollar institution. Essentially, it was just him asking just because he wanted to. In addition to that, unlike most crowdfunding campaigns where, like for example, Kickstarter, there's some type of direct incentive for donating your money. So it may be something nominal. It could be if you donate $5, we'll acknowledge you on our Facebook page. Or it could be something that's more valuable. If you donate $250, you get to get an autographed copy of a book, or you get to fly to a city and see the movie, or whatever it is, right? Some incentives are, more valuable than others. But whatever the case is, you get a direct incentive as a result of your donation. Well, GoFundMe, which is the platform that Dr. Johnson has chosen to use for his crowdfunding campaign, does not require this. So you're essentially just giving your money out of sheer support and faith in Dr. Umar Johnson.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now, again, I noted that this conversation is, this sister's testimony and video that she put up is from 2015. The reason I did this was to show you guys how far this is stretching back, that people are inquiring on simply what's going on. When you ask us to donate money, we just asking you what's going on. And it shouldn't be a long, drawn-out process to explaining something that simple.
I decided to make this recording because whenever the discussion of Dr. Umar Johnson comes up, despite my best efforts to keep my mouth shut, I find it very difficult. The reason being is that while I think black leaders are important, contrary to what other people believe, I think it is okay to be on the lookout for the next Black leader, because no movement or head or body rather can function without, a head. And not all of us have the capacity to lead. We can all lead ourselves, and we can always teach each other, but not everybody has the gift of the orator, or the power of persuasion, or the just that je ne sais quoi, for lack of a better word, that things. We don't all have that thing that can move a nation like some of our best leaders have had. They've been gifted. With that being said, Umar Johnson is a very powerful orator. He's very electric and very engaging and captivating, and he says a lot of good things. The problem is the man's character. You can't have a foul character and lead people to righteousness. It just cannot work that way. Um, person.
That is another opinion of a sister, and another opinion held about Umar Johnson by a lot of Black people today. That he is a powerful speaker. The things that he says are never literally wrong, but when confronted about his position, his responses are not one that fit the mold of the person that he's portraying to be.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It was amazing looking at this whole reaction. I mean, I'm sitting here, again, people ask all kind of questions, things are blowing up. And so many people jumped on saying he's not a real doctor. Mm-hmm. Okay? Where did you graduate from and you got your PhD? Mm-hmm.
My undergraduate education was from Millersville University. 3 degrees, political science, psychology, master's in school psychology. Subsequent to that, Pennsylvania certification as a school psychologist, which I've been for almost 20 years. After that, I got my educational leadership master's degree and principal certificate from Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And I earned my doctorate degree from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, American Psychological Association approved program, one of the top psychology training programs on the East Coast. 6 degrees in all, and anyone can lift up the telephone and call and verify those degrees.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the root of the video. That statement that you made, Umar, anyone can pick up the phone and verify these degrees. Why would someone need to go through the trouble? Let me get this straight. You want me to sit here and go through the trouble of looking up your degree when you run a YouTube page? You post numerous videos all the time. Some of these videos are 40 and 50 minutes long, some longer. You mean to tell us, Umar Johnson, you can't take 60 seconds to post one YouTube video showing you, at least showing us, your degrees? That wouldn't even take 2 minutes.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
When people question certain things that should be simple, and then that simple turns into the most difficult thing in the world, well then, here at Shame TV East Watch, we begin to question those things. Our bullshit meter starts to tingle. And Umar Johnson, right now, my bullshit meter is starting to tingle with you, because something as simple as your degrees could have been solved months ago, years ago. The very first time it was brought up, your degrees could have been pulled up, shown. That cat is no longer being able to pull that cat out of the bag on me. Hey, where's your degree? I already showed that. If you want, I'll show it again.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So where we're at right now, Umar Johnson, is We hear you saying a lot of things. We hear you saying a lot of things. But right now, we're not seeing you provide evidence for these things. Like we said before, we'll give you the credit that a lot of the things that you say are true. A lot of you don't coon out when you're on TV shows and things of that nature. For that, you get kudos. But that's where it stops. Because when you're questioned about this money, you have a problem answering those questions, and we have a problem with you having a problem
Shame.
about answering questions
Shame.
about money you getting from people
Shame.
for schools you're supposed to be building here. And then we hear about them going to Africa and then not going to Africa, but they're here, but this building's here, and you could, what?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We have a problem with someone who puts themselves out as doctors, and when asked to provide the evidence thereof, it seems to be the most difficult task he can perform. Shame TV East Watch, your host, Derek
Shame.
Jones. Be staying
Shame.
tuned for the next video when we will
Shame.
have a closer look at why Polite avoided the New York trip, because apparently people were trying to hit those pockets. Shame TV East Watch. We'll catch you on the next video.